Hello, welcome to NOLA Stamping. So today we're going to continue on with our Crafty Copycat creations. And this month we're featuring a folding card that is a super cool fun fold, and it just uses like just a little bit of paper. So let's get started. So I'm going to use Petal Pink as the background base of the card. So we're going to need a piece that's a standard A2 card size. So that will be 4¼ by 5½ inches. And then we're also going to need another couple little pieces for accents. So you're going to cut two pieces that are 2¾ of an inch by 1/4 inch. So I cut it at a 1/2 inch, and then I'm just cutting the 1/2 inch in half, just because that just makes it a little bit easier. And since I'm using the 12 by 12 paper, there's a light and a dark side. So if you were doing that, also just be aware of which side is which. Okay, so we need some white paper also. So we're going to cut two pieces that are 5 inches tall by one's 3¾ inch, and one is just an inch shorter at 2¾ of an inch. So once you have those, one will be for the interior sentiment and one will be for the little pennant stamp. And so then we are going to grab a DSP. If you don't use the Painterly Pears, which I'm using, go ahead and pick one where you like both sides designs on them. So you're just going to cut a piece that's 5¼ inches tall by 12 inches. So just zip it down to the size that it needs to be. And then we're going to score it at 3 inches, 6½ inches, and 10½ inches. And that is pretty much all that you need in order to make this really cool fun fold card. Okay, so once you have those score lines done, go ahead and grab it, and you're just going to fold the whole card together. So you just want to do the little flap towards you, and then towards you again, and then the last away from you. So for this card, I'm going to be using the Stampin' die set that came out. It's a November online exclusive, and it's just a bunch of really positive sentiments. And I love the little pennant on it. And it is the perfect size. So I'm going to just do a little peek through on that first flap, just because it'll be kind of neat. So I just ran it through my die cutting machine once, and that itself looks really kind of cool. But it does come with a stamp set that goes along with that little pennant. So I'm going to grab the two pieces of white. So one of the pieces that is 3¾ of an inch wide, that's going to be the interior sentiment. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp on that. So that's one of the sentiments from that stamp set. It says, "You're the best." And then it's got this really cool little sparkly accent. So I'm going to use those on the two strips of Petal Pink. And I'm just stamping Petal Pink with that. And, I did do that on the interior sentiment too. And then, so the next part is a little bit more complicated. So we want to make sure that the pennant shows through the little peekaboo of the card in the right spot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a really light colored color pencil, and I'm just coloring around where the edges of the hole are. So then I know I can line up my stamp in that little spot. And since it's a I just very lightly marked where it is. So then I just line it up and stamp down. And then I know that everything is going to line up just about perfectly. So I'm taking the Petal Pink and just doing the little across the top, just because I thought that stamp was kind of nice. Then you just want to take your washi tape off and go ahead and erase those little lines. And if you just do it really lightly, you'll be able to see it and nobody else will. So that is about perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and line up in the little peekaboo. And I'm just sort of using that washi tape again to just sort of tack it down. And then I'm going to use a tape runner and just put a little bit of tape there. You could use liquid adhesive or whatever tape runner you want. And then I'm just going to kind of slide it into place and then push down to activate the adhesive. And then I decided I just want the one strip across the bottom, and I'll show you. We're going to use the other strip as a folder holder when you open the card. Okay, so let's go ahead and add adhesive to the interior sentiment and then put that on the inside of the card. And then we're just going to go ahead and attach that to the petal pink cardstock. And once again, you got to watch out for the two colors. So I'm using the light side of the petal pink just so that it ties in with that DSP a little bit better. And then I'm just sort of squishing everything down to make sure that all the adhesive is holding because all that we have left is just doing a couple little embellishments. So I'm going to take that extra little piece that we cut, and I'm using my scissors, and I'm just going to cut and make like a little holder up in the corner, just so then that way it's just a little bit to just sort of signal people that, oh, you could open this part too. And if you didn't see last week's card or Christina's card, we both had the idea to make a gift card. So this also, like, you could use this as a pocket instead of putting adhesive all the way down. You could just do adhesive on the top and the bottom of where that piece is with the pennant. But I like the way that it's all the way down in the card. Okay, so I'm using some old embellishments from July of last year, but that green just goes perfectly with the little pear color paper. So I really like that. And since it's a retired embellishment, I was like, oh, I'm going to go all out and go super crazy. So I'm just adding as much as possible to the front of the card. And just adding that little pink flag in the upper corner. I really like that because it sort of signals that you can open it either the traditional way or you could open it the other way. So thanks so much for making this card along with me. So I'd love for you to play along in the Crafty Copycat Creations Challenge. Join our public Facebook group. Just search for Crafty Copycat Creations. It's the perfect place to post your projects, see what others are making, and cheer each other on. So until next time, stay crafty.